Personality is overrated. So is character. One of the biggest misconceptions we have is that we and the people around us are consistent and predictable. In reality, we're complex mixtures of ideas, preferences, identities, and needs, and how we react to the world is actually driven by situations. You devote a tremendous amount of time each day trying to explain and predict the behavior of others. And when doing this, whether reading the news, interviewing job candidates, talking with family, or just people watching, what you usually rely on is personality. But when you learn to embrace the idea that there's more to human nature than personality, you become a more insightful and effective person. So we hear about, say, the tourist who passes out on the subway with hours lapsing before anyone notices. Our knee-jerk response? To criticize the other train passengers, or maybe all city dwellers, as being unusually callous people. But lost in this reaction is much of what's true about human nature. We overlook the ordinary circumstances that make all of us, yes, you and me included, less likely to get involved in the affairs of others. For example, research indicates that even in emergencies, we're less likely to intervene when we're part of a large group than in more intimate settings because we feel less personally responsible for what happens. In fact, just visualizing a crowd is enough to decrease the likelihood that we help. Think of the people you work with as individuals of fixed aptitudes, and they'll pick up on these expectations and perform up to but not past them. Emphasize instead that intelligence, creativity, and leadership are skills that, like muscles, strengthen with repeated exercise, and you can broaden the horizons of how your charges see what they can accomplish. Life is about so much more than personality. Character isn't as stable as we think it is. You're more influenced by the actions of those around you than you'd like to believe. Even our private sense of identity depends on context. If you really want to understand what makes people tick, in your workforce, your personal relationships, everywhere, you need to accept the power of context. You have to embrace that when it comes to even our innermost thoughts, instincts, and decisions, situations matter.